themselves back in front, and it came from a player that Brendan Rodgers has spoken a little bit about needing to add some more numbers to his game, and this was a moment that all the Celtic players seem to enjoy with Jan.
I think he really enjoyed. I think he's done well. But my question marks over Donnelly. I think he's got to get in line with the cross. There's not much pace on it. But as it pops up, Young's still got a bit to do, and he out jumps. I think it's Mulligan at the far post. I think Donnelly can get across to the line of the ball and cut that out. I don't know if he's leaving it for Carson. He gets a touch on it, but Young still gets up brilliantly early. Out jumps Mulligan, and Celtic find themselves 2-1 up. But for me, you know, the second half was breathtaking, and we'll see in a minute. I thought Dundee thoroughly deserved to get something out of the game, if not more. I thought they were a brilliant second half.
Yeah, there's been a lot of conversation around Yang. He's getting this little run in the team at the moment with the injuries to other wingers. Do you think, do you see the development in him and a potential for him to be a part of this Celtic team going forward? He is still very young at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of good attributes. I think the way that he moves the ball, he can shift it, you know, a little step over and go left, step over and go right. The thing that's missing is, of course, you know, goals. We talk about numbers, but I think his final ball. At times, you get the shift, you get the half yard, then you've got to deliver. Off, look for the pass. He comes back in, and then it's almost, because of the type of player he is, he wants to beat people. I can totally relate to that. And sometimes you want to wait for that perfect moment that you can get your cross in. I think that he's so sharp that if he just shifts it, gets out his feet and fires into an area. You look at the goal that he actually scores, it's because it's a shift and fire it beyond that defensive line, especially if you're taking someone into just level maybe the 18-yard line. You know that because you're sharp, you can go either way. If you shift inside, take it outside and deliver, you're hitting that beyond the defensive line. For guys, I know that he obviously didn't score. He had a couple of opportunities where he should, for me, got on the end of it. But you know that you've got strikers, if it's Kyogo, that are going to get there. So just that. But I think overall, I like him. I think he's got something about him.
I think the problem that Yang faces, you know, all he can do is when he gets his chance is say, I'm going to be a first substitute. You know, there's been some weeks he's not been used because there's no doubt Maeda plays because of what he brings, and Kuhn plays, and Kyogo would be Celtic's main striker. So if you're a wide player for Celtic right now, all you can look at that and say, I want to be the first sub. I want to be the one that Brendan Rodgers turns to if we're going to make a difference in this game. And you know, the couple of games that Yang has came in, he's got to produce. Yeah, but that's all. But that's all he can do. Because he's never going to be a regular. He's never going to be a regular.
Games where there's no space in behind, so you need to just only get a half yard. So that's where he has to get better for me. And I know that you're saying, probably you're right in terms of being the first sub, but there's times where you can't just keep playing those passes in behind. There's no space. So you need players that can dribble, that can go either way to make space. To get crosses in, to find pass, maybe to draw some players, and then you pop it off. And that's something that I think he can develop.
I think he gets a lot of the ball. You know, when you're in a Celtic team and you're playing as a winger, you're going to get a lot of the ball. Kuhn comes on for 20-25 minutes, but he's a threat all the time. There's always an end product or something, and that's what Yang needs to bring to his game now. We know he can beat players, but it's the final ball for me, or, you know, being a threat constantly, and he's got to work harder at that.